Hey, what's going on, guys? Joe the Choco here, and welcome back to some more ARK Survival. Of course, today is the Iron Chef episode. I thought it was gonna be yesterday, but apparently it was not going to because Miss Chop. I love those guys. Lost Drops, oh, they have my heart. They are totally winning me over right now. And here, we put away all of our stuff. We're gonna jump right into this episode because it's gonna be kind of a weird episode. There's gonna be a lot of me going back and forth, looking at reference things and materials, but we should have some pretty cool things. Also, I am confused. I am very, very confused right now. Okay. Whatever. I don't quite understand what just happened there. Alright, but we're gonna go ahead and collect some things. But today is the day we're gonna be doing custom recipes and stuff like that. So for those of you who are not familiar with custom recipes and all that stuff, ARK does have a way for you to cook your own custom foods and your own custom drinks. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else you can do with it, but they're really good and handy because they give you different kinds of regen stats. So historically, right, like if I were you know, hurt in a cave and just needing to regen, what I would do, because I'm, you know, I never use medical brews, I'm a super smart man, but if I were to just run around with eating food as I'm getting hungry, that regen my HP, and that's fine, except for the fact that it's not really the greatest thing to be doing. And what I mean by that is it doesn't regen a whole lot. It regens a little bit, right? So it's okay. It's not great. It's okay. And the custom food kind of jumps in to be like, hey, if you want to make like a really strong healing food, you can do that. It also lets you modify different things. Like you can make a drink. Even foods can, I think, give you some drink stat, the thirst quenching stat, which is great, but that thing is going to be what? Going to be able to give you a whole lot of water. You can also get stamina, which is going to be something that we're going to be exploring today, and some other things. I think food, water, and stamina, though, are the only ones that you can actually modify. But I think there might be another thing. Also, each thing that we put into it has its own weight, and the ingredients that you use are pretty varied, right? So it's not just like, oh, he's going to use like raw meat and then just cook it up and that's done. There's quite a few things that can be done here. Also, as a side note, how pronounced your actual foods and stuff that you create are from custom recipes are impacted by your crafting speed. So your crafting speed is really important to modify here, which of course means that if you have something called focal chili, which is, so like, you know how you had Lazarus chowder and all that stuff, if you get focal chili, that stuff is going to be giving you the most bang for your buck, because that's going to give you extra crafting speed. It gives you, I think, like extra movement speed and stuff as well. But yeah, it's pretty legit, my man. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Also, all my medical brews are ready. I love it. I'm going to take them right into my lovely, lovely inventory here. And we're going to drop some medical brews into there. And, oh yeah, these things they'll expire slowly enough that I don't have to worry about them for quite some time. All right, awesome. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm also going to go zip on over here. We're going to have our Stego go get us a couple more burras, unless he already has the burras. We're going to need yellow. I don't see Tinto, so we are going to need some more burras. Burras! Alright. We don't need that many of them. Let's see. So let's get ourselves some red. Let's get ourselves some blue, yellow, and purple. We need all the burras. All the eatable burras. All the food burrs we need. Nothing else, but we just need the food burrs. Alright, so let's go ahead. Zip on over. Let's make ourselves 2 focal chilies. Nothing crazy, nothing bad, just 2 focal chilies. And I'm also going to need to drop off some cooked meat into here. Oh dear. Nope, 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 stop. Alright. Alright, there we go. And there's 1 focal chili and then another one. Yeah, so increase movement speed and increase crafting speed. It's kind of like the get yourself a whole bunch of Red Bull one. Alright, so let me go ahead and pull all those bad boys out. Citronal can hang out in there. Actually, I'm going to eat a citronal. Prevent scurvy. Alright, so that is now all done and out of the way. Let me go refer to this thing. Alright, so now we need to go ahead and craft ourselves our actual Mind Wipe tonics. Actually, no, we don't need to do that yet. I'm actually going to hold off on that because we already have 2 respecs in here. So we shall wait. We shall wait on those things. But berries and stuff, I don't actually know. I don't know if berries really have like that great of an impact here for what we do. I think... Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty much what I expected it to be. All right, cool. So what we need to do now... So I need to go get some stem berries, actually. So we're going to take some stem berries out of here. And then I'm going to drop these berries off of the feeding trough. The feeding trough is actually a pretty good place to store things right now, so go ahead and leave that here. Boop, 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 boop. All right, cool beans. And then I'm going to use respec tonics, and then we're going to lose all of our weight capacity and everything. Oh, actually, because we're losing all of our weight capacity, all the more important that I put this away for a hot second. All right, so let me drop off this stuff here. The stuff that's really going to weigh me down, I just need to drop off. Okay, so I'm just going to hold the focal chili on my person. I'm at 72 weight right now. I'm going to lose a lot of the ability to carry this. Alright, so I guess we're just going to run around naked is what we're going to be doing. So let me go ahead, take off these things. And what's our weight looking at now? 30? 30 is okay. 30 is acceptable. Alright, so 30 weights, and I think we're just about ready to go. Let me get the respec tonics out of here. Alright, and boom, lost everything again. And with this, we go into crafting skill. And again, it's pure crafting skill. Absolutely nothing and anything else. Just crafting skill. We're trying to get this as high as possible. If also I were to make arrows right now, it would be making at the speed of light, which is great. But not our current game plan. So the only real thing I think we need to actually make are the notes. I forgot how to make the notes. Oh, I already have the notes. Apparently that's a default thing, which is cool. All right, so notes. In order to make a note, I'm gonna need fiber and thatch. I can arrange for both those things pretty easily. Go reach into my smithy. I'm gonna need some fiber and thatch. So let me go get some thatch out of here. I know you have fiber in here. I just can't, my eyes do not exist. Okay, there we go. And then we're, good lord, that was so fast. All right, so, okay, there we go. That is all looking good. And then, now with these notes, I don't actually know. I don't know if the industrial cooker will work for this. Does it work with this? I don't think it does. Okay, so we also have to learn how to make a cooking pot, which is not a big deal because we already have a ludicrous amount of everything. Let's see here. Flint, stone, thatch, and wood. I wonder if I can actually learn this or make this in here. If I could do that, that'd be great. Oh, I can. Awesome. Just reduces kind of the hassle part of it. Although it would have crafted much faster than this, so perhaps I made the wrong decision in life. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then we're just gonna put this down. Oh, I don't know. We'll just put this down. I don't know. I guess we'll put it down over here, kind of like right next to the beer barrel. Not the prettiest place, but hey, it will work. And I don't actually think I need to do anything. I can make soap? Oh, wow. You can take the eggs of... Why would you ever do that? You get one of them? That seems like a terrible deal. I don't know. Oh my. What is this? I wonder if this is something added by S Plus or something? I don't... Or maybe this is just to show shadow steak. This dish gives you clarity of the night, consume it to see more light, ignore most weather, and steady your aim. Wait, is this part of the base game? Can I ignore fog? Wait, hold on. This dish gives you almost combat prowess, grants you almost combat prowess of a berserker. Okay, I'm assuming this is not vanilla. Continue to gain massively increased melee damage, move speed, damage resistance, stamina regen. Also causes you to consume food and water more rapidly and lose health. Weird. There's no way. Hold on. I have to look this up, guys. I have to look this up. If Shadow Steak is actually part of ARK, it is? No way is this legit. That's insane! We can make this. We can make this en masse. I don't understand. Why the heck have I not been... What? We gotta make some of these. I'm sorry, guys. I'm weird. Okay, that is so bizarre. Yeah, that's in vanilla ARK. That is really weird. That is really, really, really weird. All right. Anywho, neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and put some notes in here, and let's make ourselves some recipes, shall we? Oh, mamma mia, pizzeria. All right. So we have. Have they added any new images? No, it's still the exact same things. All right, so I'm gonna need, first off, before anything else, I'm gonna need some cooked prime meat. And we're gonna throw that into there. We just confirm, yep, cooked prime meat is indeed. So in terms of the things that can restore the most HP, dinosaur eggs have the highest amount. Again, I'm not gonna be, this is not a perfect thing, right? So before people are like, Choco, this is actually not like perfectly efficient. I get that it's not gonna be perfectly efficient. I'm not going for that. But we're gonna try to choose some ones that I think are pretty good, just off stat line. So for health and obviously for food, cooked prime meat is really, really good at taking care of that. So I'm gonna lop some prime meat into here, but also take some from out of here. So let me just take some cooked prime out of there, and we're just gonna make a super cooked prime food, okay? Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. All right, so let's make a recipe here. Cooked prime. Okay, I don't know about 1,000. That might be a little bit excessive. So let's do it as, well, I think Ashley's running about 400 HP. I'm running about 500. So probably like 200 a pop should work. And that may seem like ludicrously high, because it is pretty high, but it should more or less do the job. 250, is 250 pretty good? Yeah, 250 is okay. All right, so this is gonna be the newest recipe. We've always called it Mega Meat Mania, so, or Meat Manias, I think. So this is gonna be the Mega Meat Mania, which is terrible amounts of meat. That's oh so very good. We'll heal 3.5 goatfish hairs worth of health and food. Alright, and Mega Meat Mania is gonna be, of course, our lovely little sandwich nerd. God, it looks awful. Oh, ah. It looks nearly like toxic waste-ish. It's, oh man. Can we like, is there any version of this that's not gonna look super shady, or is it just gonna look shady no matter what? I think it's gonna look shady no matter what. I think this is meant to be like tomatoes and stuff. It's actually meat. Okay, guys, let's relax. Oh, that's fine. That looks about accurate. Oh yes, just something that looks like molten sludge underneath. Oh yes, yes. Oh man. All right. Make recipe. So a Mega Meat Mania requires 250 of these bad boys. Now we're gonna take this recipe, we're gonna throw it into here, and we're gonna do it this way. This thing restores 6,897 health. Okay, hold on. that's a little bit on the high side. Okay, that's a little bit more than what I bargained for. All right, let's take it back a little bit here. That might be a that might be a little bit too good of a Mega Meat Mania. A little bit less mega, little less meat in there. Oh man, that was something else. Let me tell you. All right, so let's just go ahead, do this, and just split them up. I should be doing it backwards, actually, is the way I should be doing this. Okay, splitting all these bad boys up. Alright, so we're gonna let one of these spoil. We'll just go with 30. 30 is gonna be good. So let's wait for this to pop. It's gonna be in a minute 25. And let's start coloring this one. So this is just gonna be your Meat Mania. Staple food in Choco's diet. Coincidentally, too meaty for most carnivores in the animal kingdom. Restores health and food. Alright, and this thing, I think we're just gonna make this thing look just red. It looks so gross. It just looks wrong. No, we have to make it look a little bit better than that. Alright, so like maybe like a kind of yellowish bun. Oh man, yeah, some lettuce. Let's get some lettuce up in here. That's not meant to be the lettuce, that's meant to be the meat. Yeah, some nice, good, dark meat. And then some, that almost looks like they're cucumbers or pickles or something, or peppers rather. Sure, and then, what is this? Oh, it's like the bacon looking thing on top. Yeah, we'll make that like so, and then we'll make this weird sauce stuff yellow. Oh yeah, that just screams radioactive death, you know, and that's the kind of stuff that we really need. All right, so there we go. 30 of those bad boys. Just a regular Meat Mania, not a Mega Meat Mania, all right? That's Mega Meat Manias are for extreme emergencies. If you are bleeding out and you are pretty sure you're dead, that's whenever you whip out the Mega Meat Mania, all right? Mega Meat Mania is not meant for the light of heart. This, unfortunately, I don't think HP regen works on dinos, but if it were hypothetically capable of healing dinos, that would be what we would use it for, not for your average human. This is still 828 health. But really, okay, so here's an actual kind of weird thing about this that we have to be careful of and very vigilant about. In terms of weight, yeah? So if I carry around 1,000 cooked meat, this weighs 10. Now these dudes, granted, obviously they have a higher impact, right? But these dudes weigh a fair bit more. So a stack of these, a 20 stack, is gonna be 14 weight. Now I think in terms of the actual way that this plays out, this is actually still preferable, but just to be perfectly clear, it is not, you have to be very mindful about the weight considerations in this whole thing. Because if you do the weight wrong, it will do some really wacky stuff to you. So that is all fine and dandy. All right, now I don't think water is necessarily a big deal, right? Water I don't really consider to be a really concerning part of what we typically run into in like caves or whatever else. So the big thing that we're gonna do with drinks is we're gonna make a drink that is meant to really satisfy stamina. And for whatever reason, I thought I had them on me. I guess I do not. Whoops. My bad. Hold on. I didn't throw them in here. Where the heck did I put them? Ostego! Lego Mastego. Blurp. Okay. And... oh dear. Okay. Yeah, probably that many stimberries were completely overkill. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to get some stimberries up in this place. And I believe that the stimberries will work out just fine. I'm not 100% sure though. This is something I have not actually tested before. I've never made something that's purely stimberries. So hypothetically, let's say I'm going to take this down. Yeah, let's say I'm going to do... actually, you know what? No, hold on, I take this back. Let's merge these all again. Because stimberries we can get an endless supply of pretty much, right? These are not really hard to come by. So let's make one that's just 625 of this. And we'll make it into a goblet, sure. Why not? There'll be a silver liquid in a... oh, this you can't even pretend. Oh, look at that, guys. That looks... the elixir. Oh, what is it? Regular Fresca. Your basic citrus Fresca that has been left. No, your basic citrus Fresca. Oh, I guess if it's Fresca though, we have to make sure that the can is green-ish. Right? Yeah, Fresca's greenish. Alright, so, yeah. Basic citrus Fresca gives you the strength of 1,000 suns and the twitches of a triggered desert rat. Regenerates stamina. Okay, so let's go ahead, make ourselves a regular old Fresca. Take that out of there. And let's throw this bad boy into here. So, gonna drop that in there. 2 regular Frescas. This thing will absolutely murder your water. Like, let's be absolutely clear. This thing will decimate your water. But hot diggity dog, it is pretty freaking legit. Alright, hold on, let me see here. I'm gonna pull... stimberries. Okay, stimberries. Oh, I can actually reach the stego from here. So let's do an even number here so it breaks down evenly. So let's just say 4,000. Let's pull 4,000 and we'll work from that. Oh dear. So the big thing here, I'm just gonna slowly move this over into this thing. I'm going to take this out just in case of emergencies because I don't want this to auto-create anything with the stimberries. I don't think this creates anything. Hopefully it doesn't. But okay, so you might be like, okay, Choco, you just made something that will absolutely murder your water. Like, your water is just going to be shot to all heck. But that's actually not what it's for. So, if I take tapioca here, this should work. If I take tapioca and I'm like, oh, you know, I'm flying around doing my thing. Alright, so we're currently sitting at like 409 or something out of 451. If I feed it... because dinos have no water, right? So this will very, very slowly up my stamina increase, right? Now granted... we're not like flying up in stamina, but this should regen some stamina. And the big thing here is that now whenever you're idle flying, it will idle fly indefinitely. So this actually does have a pretty decent use. So let's say that I'm, you know, on a Quetzalback or something. We could do this to infinitely fly. It's possible. It just isn't going to be something where it's terribly great for like mass increases, but it will work. It will work to keep it infinitely flying. So just for the sake of argument, right? Let me land, get the stamina all the way back up. This should fix it again. Yeah, so if you look at my stamina right now, it's really hard to read, and it's pretty small. But you can see my stamina is falling. 441, 440, 439, so on and so forth. But, again, if I drink Fresca, this changes. Now it's going to go up. 439, 440, 441. Now this is only true until it either runs out of the stat that you're trying to gain or you hit your max. So in this case, if I'm flying around, you know, and I'm just like, oh man, like it's too dangerous to land right there, we no longer have to like forcibly land to recover stamina. It's not great, don't get me wrong. This is still not an efficient way to recover stamina for like just, you know, if it's not the same thing as landing, you're not going to recover it that quickly, but it should help us deal with some of the stamina requirements that the dinos do have. So this will be really good. Also, even though I, you know, put the whole thing to bed, you can see here, it does have like, you know, the health stat and whatever else, but we're not worried about the health, right? We're only worried about the stamina thing for our dinos. So that's what we're going to be doing for our critters here. It's kind of an interesting thing. It was something that was kind of like, oh, you know, maybe this is something that's really useful or not, but it's really going to be paying off dividends, I think, on the Quetzals. Because we're going to test it out, right? But if my assumption is correct here, just doing it on a Quetzal should make it so our traps and stuff like that in the air, they can stay in the air indefinitely, which would be great if that were true. So let's go ahead and see if we can make that a reality. Let me go ahead and pull. Let's see here. I think stem berries. Let's go with something pretty simple here. And let's say for stem berries, oh shucks. Let's do, I don't know, 50 stem berries. Nothing crazy. Something pretty small. So 50 stem berries, and then let's go ahead and make. Oh, I have to make a new note. Let's go ahead and take some thatch out of here. Make a new note. Take said note, throw it into there, make a recipe. All right, and this is gonna be mini Fresca. Fun-sized version of the citrus goodness we all love. Restore stamina. All right, so again, I'm just gonna make it green. This one, let's change the color of this one to be like not so pure, because it's not quite as great as the other one. Make the recipe here. All right, you know what? The stem berries can sit in there, whatever. All right, and then we're just gonna make a whole bunch of mini Frescas. So mini Fresca, this bad boy is gonna recover us 523 stamina. Not bad at all. Okay, so this is the real test. So you can see up there, my stamina is already falling. 2014, 2013. It's not dropping very quickly, I will say that. But let's go ahead, just kind of zip around. I don't really care if I end up getting out or not. So, you know, right here, my stamina is already, good lord, it's hard to read that. 1969, I believe, and it's just dropping. Right? Yeah, there we go. 1967, so there's that. Let's go ahead and see if a mini Fresca will do the trick. So if I consume that, 1968, it works. So if we do it this way, we can indefinitely hold. Now, if you remember back to when we were doing like the Quetzal tames and stuff, one of the issues that is now presented by not being on classic flyers is that you couldn't really, like, there were some issues with certain critters where you're like, oh man, if we could just stay suspended in the air indefinitely, that'd be great. But we couldn't do that before. This allows you to do so. So it's just like one of those little things. I believe even stem berries outright would work, but the stamina gain for this is very like, it's slow, it's over time, and you don't need to make like a crazy amount, right? Like you can definitely do it at a lower level and it'll be fine. But this is something that's kind of a neato canito thing, and also helps supplement your stamina gain. Not by a ton again, but by a decent enough amount. So this is actually kind of a neato canito thing that I wanted to share with you guys. So anyway, so mini Frescas being as they may, Also, could potentially be worth it in terms of maybe there's an argument to be made there about if you can make a good stamina one not using stem berries, because there are other things that give you stamina. It's not only stem berries. Stem berries just gives you a really high amount per. But you could make some ones for if you're like in a cave or something, you want infinite sprint or something. Well, not infinite, but just forever increasing stamina. You could potentially do that. Or if like you were mining for a long time or something, I don't know. But could be potentially useful there. But either way, cool. This will also mean that you can stop your dinos from bankrupting stamina very easily. I actually don't know how that would work. Let's give that a try. I actually have zero idea how that would work. I would like to test that out if possible. So let me go get a mini fresca out of here. Just take a couple. And then I just need to get onto the backs of... I think Aqua can... Okay, so Aqua has a decent chunk of stamina. I'm gonna... Dang. Aqua has a lot of stamina. Okay, we're just gonna attack and everything. Let's burn down that stamina as much as we can. So we're gonna bring this down to exhaustion. And I'm gonna see if this does what I think it will do. Because my assumption here is that you'll hit exhaustion, but it'll undo your exhaustion pretty rapidly. Okay, so right here, I can't jump. You know, my stamina's rip. And it will recover, but it just takes a little bit of time, right? Like my stamina sits at 0. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna consume a mini fresca now. And again, I'm sprinting, I'm chomping. I don't actually know if this is making a huge impact on my rate of which dropping, but maybe. It's digesting, so the stamina thing is still definitely in effect. Okay, so it does still take time. So bankrupting stamina does not actually help all that much. Whenever you just randomly regenning here. Oh, you see, okay, so you saw that right there. It regened a little bit based off the stamina food before anything else kicked in, which is good. Still not great though. So interesting enough. Okay, fun stuff. All right, so that does work. It's definitely more for idle sway, or not idle sway, but idle kind of energy consumption, which is fine by me because classic flyers have that as a drawback. So that will be fine and dandy. But it's nice now that, like, so if I end up flying or whatever, we can keep a couple of frescas on our dinos. And then, like, for flyers, it means that if we come into a situation where it's like, hey, I just can't land. If I land, I'm dead. These guys can now at least be like, hey, here's an alternative plan. Alternative strategy. Should work. So either way, good, good, good. Now we just need to focus on getting ourselves a whole lot of these meat manias in here because that should be fine. Let's also practice. Well, not practice, but let's see what we can do here with that. Are you the butthead bird? Yes, you are the butthead bird. You are indeed the butthead bird. Okay. Like 100% sure I shot you, but sure. Let's see. I think it's in here, right? Yeah. Of course we ran to the butthead bird, you know. Come on. Come on, you little butthead. I know you see me. What are you doing? Just keeps on circling around. Dadgummit. Ha! Wrecked. Absolutely and utterly wrecked. Oh, man. Good lord. All right, so anyway, I've got to hurt myself. Wait, I think this was already confirmed that this does not work. I need to somehow hurt myself. So I think best way to do that is to run down my food and water. right? If I end up going through that, I think we end up losing our health. Or I guess I could eat like poop or something. I don't know. Okay, stamina's almost out. Food's almost out. This will give me torpor, I think, is what happens whenever you run out of stamina. Come on, buddy. Oh yeah, I could drown myself too. Oh wait, there we go. Health is ever so slowly decreasing. I don't like the sound of drowning. Okay, so with this Meat Mania, and also as a side note, the notes don't lose. So like if I, you know, whenever I respec, I don't have to worry about the respec also not carrying over the notes. Once the recipes are made, that's it. They're done. You don't have to redo it again. So it's not like you need to keep like a super high thing again for all eternity. It's just for that little bit of time. Yeah, I guess I could eat poop, although I think that would, I don't know if that would actually heal me fast enough. Because the food, we're expecting it not to heal super quick. It should be just like stamina, just, it's a very nice, slow thing, but it's a consistent slow thing. It's, you eat it once and then you should be good for a while. Also, this thing's gonna recover all my food in one bang. I should probably not use a Mega Meat Mania. Again, for only extreme emergencies will we use a Mega Meat Mania. That thing should be not the first line of defense. Okay, Mega Meat Mania acquired. I'm losing HP out the wazoo. Fine, fine, fine. Oh yeah, I could just sit on, I can barbecue myself. Hold on. Okay, so I'm hurting. You know, I'm really, really hurting. I have no food. I have no water. I'm hurting. It's the end of my life. I eat a Mega Meat Mania, or a Meat Mania rather, and my health starts to regen. But the important thing to notice here isn't the fact that it's not like going, oh, 50 HP a pop, right? It's regenning super steadily. And it should be the case that because the food's increasing very slowly with it, it's going 1-to-1 ratio. That is insanely good. It's not quite a 1-to-1. I think the food will regen a little bit faster than the health will, but it is really, really good. So you can see here, I'm still digesting. Doesn't matter. It's working just fine. Working as intended. So overall, a great, great thing. Absolutely lit thing. So next time we go into a dungeon, if we go into the cave and we're like, because we end up having these weird situations where we'd sit there like, we're freezing to death or whatever, and I'm like, oh man, if we just had a way to consistently health regen, we'd be fine, and this will take care of it. Because you can see here, I'm still cold, right? I'm not hypothermic, but I'm cold, and I'm still regenning just fine. Now, in terms of what will, so if I cap out my food, which again, there's not really a point to, because if we have our food already taken care of by it regenerating through a different system, we should be fine. Hold on, let me restate that. So if we have our food taken care of by the Meat Mania, what's the point of doing regular meat? Doesn't really exist as a point. I'm not phrasing this right. Brain, please. Okay, third time's a charm. If I eat a Meat Mania and then I were to supplement it to increase my food, which makes no sense to do so because you're generating food from the Meat Mania, it also will, I believe, keep the health regen going, but it will not keep the health going because there's no health to recover. So let me see if that's true. So, you know, here I am. I'm hurting. I ain't doing great. Okay, so here I am like, oh no, I'm 22 HP. Let's just say I'm full up on food, right? I'm pretty much full up on food. Oh no, what will I do? And if I eat a Mega Meat Mania, that'll stay in my regen pool. So it's regenerating food, it's regenerating health, and it's keeping me in good shape. And that even if I run around and I'm like zipping around or whatever else, it'll keep on regenerating my health. And we are, obviously a second ago we proved that even when we're starving, and you know, we're starving Marvin, whatever, we still will regenerate health. So this is excellent. This is an excellent 10 out of 10. system for regenerating HP, and my HP is just going up pretty steadily here. It seems to be the case that the sprint thing is still true. If I sprint around, I get my HP back a lot faster because I lose food, and that in turn lets me regen health faster. Like, look at it go up. We're fine. Like, that regen, imagine if we had those in caves, oh, we would be in such good shape. So anyways, that is all good. That is all fine. And yeah, all right, so let's get into the other things. So this stuff I have never messed with. We're entering, you know, the spooky territory that I have never ever messed around with, but I am really, really excited to try. So let's see here. I'm gonna need some miho berries, narcotic, rare mushroom. Oh, I need rare mushrooms? Okay, well, whatever. What does that sound? What the heck? Oh, you are hurt. You are definitely not feeling great. We need to bring you back home. Okay, preferably not directly in the doorway. Alright, let's see here. So, we have ourselves those things. Let's now make a shadow steak saute. I've never made this before, so this will be a learning experience for both of us. Let's just... Oh, I can't put them back in. Alright, let's make just a handful of these. I don't want to make too terribly many at the moment. Oh, and I can pull these. Awesome. So, let's say I want miho berries. The Vegetron 9001. That's a good number of them. Strangely, our turtle has quite a few. I mean, I guess it's not that strange because it needs something to eat, but I personally wasn't expecting that. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some miho berries into here. Let's pull some narcotics as well. This is actually really nice. I can just do this. So, wait, we have narcotics in the refrigerator? I didn't even know that was a thing. So let's see here. I can make 9 of these, so 9 times 8 is 72. So let's go ahead and pull 72 from the refrigerator. And then I'm going to need savo root. Oh wow, this can reach the crop plots? Heck yeah, let's do it. All right, I think I said I could do 9 of them, right? So let's just put 10 in here, just for good measure. So 10 of the savo roots. I'm gonna need some rock carrots. Just 10 of those bad boys. They're not pulling, are they? Okay, the raw carrots and stuff did not pull. That's okay, because we can get them from here. So, raw carrots, savo root. Throw them into here. And then we need rare mushrooms. And then I think we're in good shape. So, rare mushrooms, rare mushrooms. This one we're going to need 18 of. Which, thankfully, Moss Chops got my back. So let's go ahead and throw these all together. And that should be all I need to make a shadow steak saute. Gives you clarity at night, consume it to see more light, ignore most weather, and steady your aim. So this thing is also supposed to be really good for using shotguns, because whenever you use a shotgun, the recoil like sends your head just flipping on backwards. Not great. But with this now, it should be the case that that's significantly better. Let's go ahead and give it a test run here. I don't know what our shotgun ammunition situation is. It's okay, not great. Probably could make some more. Don't have the recipe learned, so can't do that. But, hot diggity dog, good thing I have my engrams all cleared up. Shell. Nope. Shotgun. Yes. Cannot make it. Okay, spark powder, I'm assuming, is the reason why that's happening. Shotgun. Nope, still not. So maybe simple. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Simple shotgun. Alright, so simple shotgun. Yeah, let's just make a whole buttload of those. All right, so let's see. Oh, it's raining. Oh, game, you got my back today. Let's go. Oh, it's foggy. Yes. Okay. That's the only time you'll ever hear me be excited about fog. Okay, so let's see here. Shadow Stake. It made the rain worse? Like, markedly worse? I mean, I don't know. I think it looks significantly worse. I don't know. It's not my thing. Oh, hot dog. Did you guys see that? Oh, I accidentally hit bubbles. My bad. But look at the recoil. That's incredible. That recoil is like non-existent now. Let's see. If I shoot a... Oh my gosh, there's 0 recoil on the crossbow. None at all. It's just perfectly stable. That is nuts. So like, if I go like this, right? There's no recoil. It's perfect. So if I do this, they should all be in pretty much the same exact spot. Where is it? Where are my arrows? I can't see them. Arrow fam? Well, it would probably help if I knew where I shot them, eh? Well, I just picked them up. Okay, so let's shoot him from a little bit of a distance. Okay, I can see him very clearly there. And look at that. Look at how tight that spread is, because it completely eliminated the recoil. Now, admittedly, it's not the best in terms of everything else. I actually thought this was going to help me with the, like, you can see here, I'm still cold, but I'm no longer, I'm guessing what it does is that it prevents freezing. So let me actually go see if I can test that theory out real quick. Do I have another Shadow Stake Saute? Oh, I mean, I know I have one in here. It takes a while to cook. Or did I do something wrong? No, I should have everything of ingredients I need in here. I actually have a little bit more than I need. Maybe it just takes a while to cook this stuff. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. We'll come back to it. Alright, so... I guess I could... Actually, you know what? We don't even have to do that. I can test out the theory by putting on my winter armor. Okay, so I'm gonna put this stuff all into here. Don't really have to worry about that kind of stuff, but let's go ahead and take my fur armor out. And let's go ahead and also drop off our shotgun and our crossbow, which is on the way out anyways. Alright, if I stand right next to the furnace, right? No? Okay. I thought it would get super duper hot. Is it here where I get really hot? I know somewhere in here I get stupidly hot. Is it by here? No? Okay, weird. I am actually kind of confused right now, because I know I have the indoor buff, but I thought I for sure would be burning to death with how hot it would be. I guess it's because it's nighttime. The ambient temperature is significantly better off. Alright, so let's go ahead, drop off this stuff. Like an anime character. Alrighty. So let's go test it the way that I'd originally planned to test it. Let's go ahead, fly up, tapioca. So we're going to enter the cold zone. What should theoretically happen here, right? So the theory is that if I end up flying into, or if I end up being in an area where it's like super extreme temperatures, this should actually keep me from the ultimate death version of it. It should just kind of keep me in pretty decent shape. Actually, do I have a mini fresco on you? No, I don't. Son of a gun. Let's go back over here. The fog cleared up right away. Oh man, the game is just... The game and I are getting along today. ARK, are you actually being nice to me? Is that what's happening here? Is this what it feels like to have ARK actually not be trying to sabotage you this entire time? 'Cause I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty freaking legit. Alright, so let's go ahead. Keep on flying. So I do need to get to the freaking super cold Bizarro zone. Let's see here. Almost there, guys. One more little chillax sesh. And then we'll be in the cold. So in theory, right, this is what I expect to have happen. Also, let's look at our spoil timer here. It's pretty good. It's pretty lenient about it. Oh, it can be dangerous to use in daylight. I guess it turns your gamma up really high is what I assume that it functionally does, but... Alright, so I enter here, I should start freezing, right? Hypothermia, eat the shadow steak. Wow, that made everything really bright. I'm still hypothermic. Let's see here. So my hypothermal and hyperthermal are both at 56 right now. Oh man, do we have a ton of vision. Look at how clear I can see everything. Holy bejeebus. Alright, so unfortunately it doesn't block out hypothermic completely. Use regular meat for shadow steak, should cook faster. I don't think you can. On the Gamepedia thing it says that you need cooked prime meat. But we can certainly see. But interesting. This is a fair deal. Brighter though. Multiple Quetzal, man. What happened to all my high level Quetzals? Come on. All these like little baby Quetzals flying around. Not cool, fam. Not cool. Apparently, so random aside though, while we're on the topic of what meat you can use for the shadow steak, apparently you can use cooked prime fish meat as well as just regular cooked prime meat. We'll test to see if we can use like the regular cooked meat for it. I don't think we can, but no harm in trying. There's also one last thing that we need to try out, which is the not the shadow steak. We also have to try out the tartare. I forget what it's called. I forget what the actual full thing is called, but we need to try out the tartare and then we'll see. Let's fly back. So shadow steak taute, it does, I think it actually lets you see further too by a little bit. Either that or it's just, this is what happens when you cut out like a lot of the weird weather effects and stuff like that and junk. But this is like super clear. I can't even remember the last time I've seen this much of ARK. Like I can see all the way to the red beacon almost. That's insane. Like I can see like the terrain and stuff. That's crazy. Okay, just land for a hot second here. Buddy into there. I'm actually kind of curious to see what happens whenever it's super bright. I feel like it's just gonna end up making me almost go blind. Shadow steak saute. It's not making any more for me. It's irrigated and everything. I don't know why it's not making any more. Oh, I don't have the I don't have the cooked prime meat. Okay, well, either way, though, let's go ahead and try. Just regular cooked meat. I don't know if it will take. I don't think it will. I forgot that we didn't have. We didn't put enough cooked prime meat in there. That's my bad. All right, so let's give it like 10 seconds on here. So when that thing hits 1440, I'll take it out. If it doesn't hit it by then, it's not working. Okay, doesn't seem to work. Okay, so if I put in cooked prime meat, oh dear, Mega Meat Mania, stop. Oh yeah, that worked fine. It was just a matter of I didn't have the right things in there. Interesting. So shadow steak saute, it does definitely have a use, right? It certainly is useful. All right, so there's 4 shadow steak sautés, all looking good. Now if I put that into the fridge, what are we talking about here? Oh yeah, that's fine. That's gonna last us forever. Okay, cool. So that is now the shadow steak saute. Now I need to go find boop 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 boop. Battle tartar. That's the other one. So let's go whip out the battle tartar stuff. All right, battle tartar is going to require us to have raw prime meat, miho berry, stimulants, rare flowers, citronal long grass. I'm only going to make one of these. Reason being is that I don't want to make too many of these for right now. They chomp away at your health, and I don't really know how many of these I want to be making at this point in time. But we have, I mean, we have tons of flowers. Let's go with what we have. How many tartars do we have in here? There's sautés. We have 6. Let's make 6. We'll match it. So I'll make 7 overall. So I need 14 rare flowers. Okay, I have more than enough. We need citronal and long grass. So I need 7 of these bad boys. I'm gonna need 7 corn. My stimulant fam jams are nowhere to be found. Okay, so let me pull these things out of here. Miho berries. Let's see, I need 140 of those bad boys. I already have some in here, but let's pull 140 just to be safe. Okay, that pulled fine. And stimulants. So I need, what, 56 stimulants? Okay, so 56 stimulants, pull. And there we are. So 56 stimulants, and then we're going to put in some raw prime meat, put in some rare flowers, some citronal, and some long grass, and that should make us some battle tartar. Now this thing is going to be that you're going to get a 60% increase in melee damage, 50% movement speed, 15% damage resistance, and increased stamina regeneration, but your food and water is going to go down 50% faster. You're also going to lose about 0.45 HP per second. And it has the same spoil time as our steak saute did. So let's go ahead, get that tartar out here. Let's also take a mega meat mania rather. Let's just see. So I'm gonna eat this bad boy. Mass boost melee damage, run speed. Let's see. Okay, my insulation values are. Wow, okay, so that insulation value that we got was 56. That was the random little tidbit from the other thing. All right, so my movement speed, it says 100, but we are definitely moving faster than 100 for sure. Okay. Ow. Took my spoiled meat. What are you, stupid? Come on. Come on. Let me at him. Come on. I only have a limited time to test this out. Also, let's eat Meat Mania here. See if that... Dadgummit, stop making me drop my weapon. Okay, so unfortunately, my health does drop faster. It drops faster than the Meat Mania can heal. Oh, it ate a Fresca! Oh dear. We need to get inside. I'm freezing to death. Okay, yeah, so even... Yeah, I'm still losing health, actually. And we're no longer freezing or anything, so... Unfortunately, the Meat Mania will not counteract it. Oh man, this thing is slamming me. Medical brew. Nope, even a medical brew can't stop it. I might die here to this thing. Okay. Well. He's still dead. Here lies Choco. Top person. Lead. Get good. Heh. Dadgummit, Ashley. Oh, 8-Bit. What's up, man? It's been a while. Alright, so... I'm not sure if I did something wrong there. I don't think I did, but maybe I did. I don't know. But, let me jettison all this random stuff. Interesting. So, the beef tartare, the battle tartare, I should say. I don't know. That is pretty brutal. That is pretty freaking brutal. Because that just dropped my health, like, right off the face of the earth. That is... I don't know. I'll hold on to it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to, like, get rid of it or anything, but... That's... pretty harsh. That was pretty harsh, considering. So, I don't know how useful that would be, practically speaking. Because that's a lot of damage to be taken. Like, unless I was really just... I knew for a fact... I was really close to killing it, and, you know, that was just the last little bit that I had to push forward. Maybe in those very, like, specific situations, but that is rough. Battle Tartare is savage. That thing just demolished my HP. So I don't know. I don't know if I will be doing that anytime soon in a cave. The other one I can definitely see why I would use in a cave. The other one where the Shadow Steak Saute, that 100% I'm down. That makes sense. Other stuff, not so sure. So let's go ahead. Ooh, all right. So let me go ahead and drop off this Mega Meat Mania recipe into here. And I can leave the Stimberry recipe in there because I don't think there's anything that I could ever be making that will really make use of all that nonsense. So I think we're okay with that regard. And the last thing that we need to be doing... Actually, I don't even need to do that, really. I was going to say we can make our respec tonic, but might as well just wait until we actually need it. So let me go ahead, respec again, because we made our custom food, so let's go over what we did. We made ourselves a Mega Meat Mania, which is way more than we'll ever need to use. Like, we could turn that on and we'll go into every single cave in the game and come out of it probably and be fine. That's probably an exaggeration, but we could honestly, if I kept my food always down and my health always down, I could probably end up keeping it to the point where it just runs for a ludicrous amount of time, because Mega Meat Mania, that does a lot of regen. But we made that. We made the Meat Mania. This thing, of course, still quite a bit. Obviously more food than we have by quite a bit. But more importantly, it's also going to be that we have a lot of a... whatchamacallit, we're going to have ourselves a good bit of health regen. So that is also very good. Oh, wait, I don't know if we had the Foco Chili active when we made this thing. Maybe we did. Actually, no, we probably did. But either way, good stuff. Obviously, each stack of these are going to be relatively heavy, but we're hoping not to do a whole lot of these per run. It shouldn't be the case that we have to have a ton of them. But that is all good. We have the little Fresca things that we can put onto our flyers and stuff, which I'm actually going to do right now. I'm going to throw it onto Tapioca. And again, the whole point of them is to keep us idle and fine in the air. That's all. And then we also made ourselves Shadow Steak Saute as well as Battle Tartare. Battle Tartare, again, not so sure about. Shadow Steak, I approve. I definitely approve. So, anyways, let's see here. So that's all good and dandy. I'm just dead. Wait, do I lose my facial hair? No, I don't. Sick. Okay, cool. But anyways, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I'm going to actually go ahead and close out by respecking again. And I don't remember what my fortitude values are. I really should memorize this by now. What are my key fortitude points? Okay, so I need 26 fortitude, so... Okay, looks good to me. And then... I think before I was at 500 weights. Sure. Then we'll pump this up. $400. I'll even up the stamina. And yeah, we got a decent chunk of weight. We have a decent chunk of whatever. I guess we can increase our health here a little bit more. Or we could just increase the weight a little bit more, but it probably does make more sense to increase the health. Yeah, realistically, is that true though? We can respec, it's not a big deal. I'm gonna actually put this into weight. I think weight will be a little bit more bang for our buck. So, alright, let me go ahead. Eat one of my Mega Meat Mania, or one of my Meat Manias, sorry. And just let that regen me up. Look at that. I love the fact that this thing just is a regen king. It's just so good. So consistent. So again, it's not a burst of HP, but it'll do the job. It'll do the job just fine. Alright, well anyways, I hope you all did enjoy this episode. If you did, consider leaving a like rating down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Next episode, hopefully we'll be joined by Ashley and trying to re-tackle that cave, because we now have actual like proper food supplies. I think we've more or less re-kitted in terms of like weapons and stuff like that, so should be okay in that regard as well. But yeah, should be hopefully ready to take on the cave. I don't think I'm going to... I was originally thinking about like maybe going really Hamtaro and just being like, oh, I'm going to run through this cave and put down like a billion turrets and stuff. I think I'm going to abstain from that for a little bit longer here, just because I don't really know if that's the right thing to do. But we'll see. We'll certainly take a good look at it whenever we get into it. If we fail again, you better believe that cave is going to get infested by all kinds of death. But assuming that does not happen, we should just be going for a regular clear again. But I hope you all did enjoy the episode, and I'll see you guys another time. So take care, everybody. Ciao for now.